being in control of your time each day, being able to get what you want to do done. A lot of that can be impacted by the people that work around you and how you communicate to them. We've talked about the learning modalities of people, but there's another area that we need to watch and understand in people, and that is that we have primary behavioural styles in the way we operate and carry out what we do each day. And overall, people have 4 basic behavioural styles. And I use the DISC format because I think it's much easier to understand than most of the other formats that are out there and used. And DISC is an acronym for the 4 key behavioural styles of people. A dominant person, an influential person, a stable person, and a compliant person. A high D, a dominant style person, is someone that talks short, fast, to the point. They make a lot of decisions, they make them really quick, they set the direction, and this is the way we're going. They make up about 9% of the population, and a lot of them end up in leadership roles and those sorts of areas. Influential person is the communicator, the people. They're the people that are talking all the time, laughing, having fun, wear colours, those sorts of things. They are good at persuading people and getting them to do things, and that's why they're called influential. They make up around 13-14% of the population. Then we have our stable people. It's consistent, reliable, reasonably good people skills, reasonably good attention to detail, but they make up the bulk of our team. They're about 64% of the population, and they are the people we know that we can rely on consistently, day in, day out. They don't like a lot of change in that, but they are there, and we know we can rely on them as our engine room to get the work done. And then we have our compliant people. Our compliant people are people that have a lot of attention to detail. They need to have a lot of information to go ahead and do something. And we like our accountants and our pilots and that to be people that are compliant, that have attention to detail and having all the data and being accurate. I certainly like my pilots to be high Cs and that. So the key here is, if you can understand the people's behavioural styles, you can now communicate in their style. And this is the key issue when we look at all this stuff is, you have a style and they have a style. And the important thing is, when you're communicating, you communicate in their behavioural style, not yours. If they're the same as yours, that's okay. But if they're not, then you need to understand who they are and communicate in their style. A high D who talks short, sharp, to the point, when they're talking to an influential, needs to have a much bigger discussion. The influential person, the high I, the fun-loving person, they need to get a little bit more to the point when they have a chat to a high D. They can't be fluffing around and having a big discussion. It doesn't work. When we talk to a high S, we need to have a reasonable amount of information, but we can get through our conversation fairly good and fairly quickly. When we talk to a compliant person, we need to have detail. We need to be able to give them all the information and allow them to understand and soak that information up. When we talk to a high D, we need to get short, sharp, to the point and just give them the facts. So that's a basic understanding of the behavioural styles. If you go online and you check out DISC, D-I-S-C, you can go in and find out what behavioural styles you are, and then you can learn a lot from the reports about who you are and about the people around you. Now, what we're looking for is that everyone in our team understanding each other's behavioural styles. That way we can all communicate in each other's styles. We're then meeting in the middle of our communication, and therefore we get our message across the first time. There's a far better understanding of communication. That way we're not losing time by having to constantly be telling people what we've got to do next. That's a quick overview on behavioural styles. There is a lot in it, but just to give you a quick understanding that you need to understand how people behave, their primary behaviour styles, and you need to communicate in that person's style and not yours, whilst they're communicating in your style. You meet in the middle, you then start to get your message across with each other far better than what you do now. Bye for now.